What's going on, guys? It's Chad, back over here on some more Modern Warfare 2. As you know, many years ago, there is one clip that everybody has refused to let die. That is the, at this point, the legendary Requise clip. Are they shooting bodies? I'm sorry, Bonnie. That Requise clip has honestly lasted much longer than I could have ever imagined. I have like little sound bites and things like that that like they'll disappear for a while and then they'll come back, and then with TikTok existing now as opposed to, you know, obviously when the clips even happened, it sat there like on the internet for years. That clip is so legendary that it basically has a life of its own, and Requise as a character has been elevated to something that isn't even necessarily like something that is exclusive to me. People out there that have no idea who I am, and they will still use Requise as a reference. So he has taken on a life of his own, which, I mean, makes complete sense. He's Requise, he can do whatever he wants. That clip, as you know, all really stemmed from flashbangs, flashes. Holy, what are these guys doing in here? Bah. Oh, there have been like multiple things going on in this game. Like I remember when everybody was literally just spamming decoy grenades like everywhere. And it's not like I don't see decoy grenades regularly or anything, but there was a huge portion where everybody was just using those decoy grenades, just mostly just to level up weapons and stuff. Everybody was trying to level up at least a couple weapons that they like, get gold, platinum, poly, whatever. Even if they didn't do the entire grind, they would still be using the decoy grenade. I'm gonna run backwards. I see him. He's so scared of me. So intimidated. Come on, teammate. Body blocking me constantly. They gotta work on that. I swear I've gotten into some lobbies, though, where people seem to have replaced... It seems like people replace their decoy grenades with flash grenades or some shit. So with all the choices that we have, I mean, if you're also playing shipment, obviously you're more likely to run into flashes and stuns and stuff. It's complete chaos. But even then, flash grenades still are just simply too effective. Overall range, in terms of like how you can get hit by it and all that stuff, it just seems like I'm never like kind of flashed by a flash grenade. It always feels like it is the most meaty flash grenade possible. Bedsheet, 100% Requise is here. I was a pretty big stun grenade guy in comparison to flash grenades, like back in like BO2, MW3, stuff like that, like older games, because stun grenades were actually pretty powerful. But now it got to the point to where like the aim assist has always been kind of crazy with it. I remember, you know, trying to avoid going in front of people even if I stun them. That's one thing I see all the time, where people will stun somebody and then jump right in front of them and then scream that aim assist killed the shit out of them. And while aim assist absolutely did kill them, they also are misplaying it because they're jumping in front of somebody that they know for a fact has aim assist, and then they kind of buff them by stunning them in that process and then jumping in front. It's just not the way to do it. When you stun somebody, the biggest thing is that they shouldn't be able to turn and aim, but they're able to catch your bubble with the aim assist. The stun basically didn't do anything, as opposed with the flash grenade, where it seems like it is bedsheet repeatedly every single time. It's just simply more effective. It seems to hit people more often. It seems to, now obviously its range is bigger than the stun grenade, so it will obviously hit people harder. It used to bait you a lot, where I swear whenever you threw like a flash grenade in any of the other games, you will always get a hit marker. Their range has always been great, but the thing is, it would give you a hit marker even if someone is barely affected by it, right? So it would kind of bait you. You would throw it out there, get a hit marker, and go, oh, that guy is blind, and you run out there, and then it turns out that he can actually see you because he barely got flashed. In this game, I swear I'm almost never barely flashed. So decoys for leveling up, stuns are kind of troll, smoke grenades are annoying, they attack people's frame rates, and they also are a pretty good counter to people that really just sit there and they're really planning on like mounting up and don't really move that much, especially if you're playing shipment and you have like a whole team where they're just like literally sitting there, they're seeing a ton of success. Throw a smoke grenade at them and either just start rushing them or running in a different direction. As soon as that smoke grenade goes up, they panic. They either run away, completely stare at it, or they try to reposition. And that's how you shake the entire map up with smoke grenades. Stims and stuff don't really seem to be working well enough when you can also just use quick fix. It's not like stims don't have a use, but in this scenario, there's no reason for stims. Spotter, I mean, come on. Shock sticks, I mean, shock sticks are cool, but nothing... They're pretty particular. Heartbeat sensor, completely worthless. Snapshots are definitely not bad, but if you're running shipment, the people are likely also running like battle hardened, which although it doesn't do that much to stop the flash grenades, 50%, 60, 70%, whatever it's supposed to be, still not enough. The snapshots, I think, are completely ignored, and all that happens is just a hit marker. That should honestly be the same case for flash grenades. I think that there should be virtually no effect whatsoever, but they can still get the hit marker to let them know that I'm there. Because that's another thing that you use flashes and stuns and stuff for. Just because someone is flashed or stunned doesn't necessarily mean that you should push them, but it can be used for information. If you get the hit marker, you know that someone is there. Or you can let yourself get hit by it, and if you want to play mind games with people, you know, it goes deeper, but it's Call of Duty, don't worry about it. Oh, so I downloaded an Elden Ring randomizer. Let me know if you guys want me to do like another Elden Ring series. I just don't really know exactly how I would name it. Doing a series would be kind of weird. Not entirely weird, I guess, but the way that people tend to make Souls content, it's always so... Dude, every single time I'm watching somebody's Elden Ring videos, I'm like, wow, these people are way better creators than I am. Now, given a lot of these guys will upload like once a week, once every couple weeks, once a month, maybe even longer. So obviously they spend a lot more time on it. But even then, even if I spend a long time on something, there's just a limit to my ability and what I have learned to do and evolve as a creator. I've done the same thing for so long. I've learned little things. It's definitely better in its own ways than it used to be. The entire enemy team standing over there, I'm not even gonna flash. I'm just gonna throw smokes. Look at them, now they're moving. Surprise, surprise, now they move. The smoke grenades are just so effective. They really are. They make people panic, they make them think. And that's really what they don't wanna do. Back during like the peak of like phase sniping and like montages and stuff like that, anyone that was in phase at the time basically didn't even get into like regular lobbies at that point. You basically got into full-blown sniper lobbies or lobbies that were literally completely dedicated to ruining your enjoyment and fun. I think the second one is a little bit more unique to me, but yes. See, if another phase member were to join a lobby and they're just sitting there shitting on people, some people would freak out and the whole lobby would turn into a sniper lobby. Me, on the other hand, I would join the lobby and some of them would turn into sniper lobbies and people are really nice. And then other lobbies, people are not nice at all. They're not trying to snipe at all. They did everything and anything that pissed me off. And at that time, all I did was make a shit ton of rage videos over and over and over. I love seeing these players that literally have like just absolutely no other thing to do except literally just put their back into a corner and just point in one direction. Nothing makes me happier than disturbing their spot. I yelled a lot. I screamed at the camera. I genuinely, the camera was as if it was like the person, okay? I've done this for a very long time. This camera's a person, okay? I would be able to literally nearly get into a fist fight with this fucking camera. Whenever I was screaming at it, I would come home, I set it up on the bipod, stand in front of a fucking white wall, and just yell at that shit. At this point, obviously, I don't make content nearly close to that. There's really, it's not even about like getting old or like jaded or some shit like that. It's that just when you know that they're just not gonna change anything and you know how it has gone for this long, like before you would kind of have this hope of like, oh well, maybe in the future it will be a little bit better. It's only steadily gotten more and more confirmation of, you know, all of our fears and shit. I mute the lobby? This game sucks! I really can't mute individual players. Like, what the fuck? One thing also about smoke grenades, although smokes don't actually do anything to your character outright in a very obvious way, it is always effective. You can't necessarily miss a smoke grenade. Obviously, a smoke could be in a bad spot, I guess, but on this map, not really. The effect is never wasted. The effect is always there. There's nothing that they can do to prevent a smoke. Elden Ring randomizer basically makes it so I can randomize where all of the different enemies are. I can randomize where all of the items are. Could make it into an incredibly hard run or at least a funny one. Anything could happen in that scenario, really. And you got to do something with the riot shield, man. This is just absurd. I'm using it because you guys are encouraging everyone to use it, but you guys seriously got to do something about it. It's just so broken. Just no thought process at all from these players, and they think that people are missing. Your damage is being reduced. Bullets are disappearing, damage is disappearing, damage is being changed, and everyone is actively and willingly using it because they know how fucking overpowered it is. There's no counter, there's nothing you can do against it. That's tough. I joined late and I have more kills than that guy. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, especially over the years, even since the Request clip and everything, and just with like the UFC series and all that. It's just, yeah, I didn't think it would ever come to anything close to this, but anyway, thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and yeah, it's from Jeff, guys. Later.